And we are live. Welcome to the Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOutNightSwing. Joining today is Johnny. Johnny, introduce yourself.
Yeah, this is Johnny. You can find me at BirdGang509 on Twitter also.
And we are here to discuss week 3 of the Arizona Cardinals NFL season, where we played the Chicago Bears. Let's get right into it, I guess. This game was honestly one of the worst heartbreaks I've ever seen. It's I know that's a very exaggerated overreaction to getting everything that's happened over the years. We've had a worse Bears loss. That's crazy to me. We've had one that was actually worse than this, but this one was just terrible because this was so easy to prevent a loss here. We had every opportunity to win this game, and we just didn't win it. Bradford doesn't fumble that ball, we win this game. If we make some more drives work, we win this game. If we don't hand the ball off to Chase fucking Edmonds, we win this game. Let's just talk about the game here. First quarter, we looked great. Bradford was firing on all cylinders. Kirk looked good. We opened up really well. We had a 5-play touchdown drive to start the game. I felt hyped, man. I looked it was a fucking relief to look at my phone and see, oh shit, we're fucking in this right now. We had more points in the first 4 minutes of this game or so than we have all season, and that's just absolutely crazy to me. I know that's a really backhanded compliment, but it's still crazy. Christian Kirky had a 30-yard reception. Then Ricky Seals-Jones, he had a fucking amazing touchdown, 35 yards. And, Bradford looked great. I mean, he looked competent that first drive. He looked like he actually belonged on that field. And everybody else on the offense really looked really good. Defense, after that, the defense held well. They didn't score until the second half. The offense kind of stalled out. And Trey Boston had a really good pick off of Chandler Jones. Well, not off of Chandler Jones, but Chandler Jones tipped a ball that Trubisky had. Trubisky threw. And what was it? After that, we threw a touchdown to DJ, or was that a bit later?
I can't remember exactly when it
My
happened.
order of events is it's blurry here, but
yeah. All I know is that I think it was in the first quarter or the first half as well when Bradford threw that beautiful throw to David Johnson.
Yeah, that was, oh my god, that was a perfect ball. That actually looked like a return to form for Bradford that first quarter.
Yeah, you couldn't miss on that throw. DJ was so wide open. It was
then
beautiful play.
The wheels slowed down a bit. Second quarter, the offense stalls, but didn't really. It didn't really look terrible. We just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And at the end of the half, we let up 3 points because the defense. I don't want to say shit the bed because it's just 3 points, but they still let up 3 points that were easily preventable.
Yeah.
After that, third quarter, we started to slip. Bradford was looking himself again. We gave up 10 points because the defense couldn't stop the Bears to save their lives, and it became very evident that Bradford wasn't doing good. The Bears defense in the first quarter was just doing bad.
Yeah.
And then that hits you like a ton of bricks when you rewatch it.
Yeah.
That just seeing, the gradual spiral of that game.
The momentum just shifting slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the air, you can tell at a point the air, the oxygen just leaves the building for Cardinals fans.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald, it's he made a point of saying this felt like another road game, but that's been feeling the case a lot lately. I don't think we've had like an actual home game in a while, have we?
For it seems like there's always a lot of away fans at the stadium for
I
the Cardinals.
mean, good news is we're gonna have at least one home game this year, and that's gonna be in Los Angeles against the Chargers. But yeah, so yeah, a very messy third quarter. Like we I think we had a lot of penalties and that really fucked us over.
Yeah.
And like it's really funny to me. Like it's like the NFL is like roughing the passer rules. All of that is just absolute bullshit. It's like I know what they're trying to do here. They're trying to fix a problem with no real good solution.
Yeah.
I mean, the only like I mean, shit, I've heard people like flat out say, well, the best way to do this is to eliminate helmets altogether. And it's like, no, that makes it worse.
They're freaking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't tell me like Ndamukong Suh would not headbutt a guy to
Yeah.
prove a point. Like, come on. Like, y'all get on him now. Wait until he fucking gives Tom Brady an actual, honest to God, brutal concussion. And I think that's like the third week of this podcast we've gone around to mentioning Ndamukong Suh. So I think Ndamukong Suh, welcome to the show. You're the new co-host. Oh yeah. Fourth quarter. Let's get back on topic. Fourth quarter. I mean, our defense was trying to hold on, but we just let up a field goal that was just. We just let up a field goal that just really fucked us over. We were down by that point. We were down 16-14.
Yeah, that's crucial.
And after that, it's like offense. The offense started driving, and we were in field goal range, but Bradford fucking fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
just fucked us over. I think it was back-to-back drives. He got sacked and then fumbled the ball. Back-to-back drives. Both times putting us out of field goal range.
Yeah.
And after that, Rosen comes in. And, the group chat we have on Twitter, the Arizona Sports group chat, I tell them I see on the TV that Rosen's throwing some balls and they instantly start freaking out.
Yeah.
This is what we've been wanting for like 3 solid weeks.
Yeah.
To see Rosen come in and just dominate.
Yeah.
And what happens?
Didn't go according to plan.
Didn't quite go according to plan. I wouldn't blame this entirely on Rosen. You can't really blame him for
Yeah, you can't blame him.
Like he only had so much time in the pocket in some of those plays, and he looked solid. Like his release time, when he has the time to actually get a ball off, is astounding.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it at least on our team. Of course, I say that, and we've only really seen Bradford. So, but yeah, it's like he throws a pick, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know this is like, I don't know if this is over or like looking into it too hard. Compare Bradford's reaction to the fumble to Rosen's reaction to the pick. Rosen doesn't look that, he doesn't look what's the word?
Phased at all.
He doesn't look phased. No, he doesn't look phased. He just looks like, well, that happened.
Yeah.
But like Bradford looks like he's in the midst of a nervous breakdown after that fumble. He's on the field, not getting up, and he's not injured.
He knew it was over for him. He knew it's over for him.
Well, yeah, that too. But like he was having that whole "Hello, darkness, my old friend" kind of look on the sideline, and it's just like, come on, dude. I mean, it's like, I know that this is like really, I don't know if this is like disrespectful, but you got yourself into this situation. You can't really blame anybody but yourself for screwing this up. Like, I get you're trying not to get hurt and trying not to get embarrassed or whatever, but like the objective is to win the game.
Yeah.
It's like people going on Herm for that. You play to win the game, and it's like, no, he's right. He's dead. He's dead right. And honestly, to be honest, Herm for our next coach. To be honest, fuck Wilkes. Let's just get Herm. Herm's had 2 wins. Steve Wilkes has none. The process speaks for itself. Let's just hire Herm.
Well, for sure, we need to get rid of McCoy. That's for sure. Like, he needs to go.
Yeah, it's astounding that it's like they've been making a point, like at least this week. I think they sort of they've been making a point to like clean up the house, like not clean house, but clean up the house. It's like you have a party, you're in like a lamp's knocked over, you're gonna clean up that lamp and just make everything else a little more tidy. They're not cleaning it up entirely; they're just making it look like nothing happened. And doing so, they are now like Rosen's now the starter, and he I welcome this change. I think it should be Rosen, Glennon, Bradford. That should be our starting 3. I think that should have this is a really hot take because it's like even I know that like Glennon has never been like a great quarterback, but for all intents and purposes, he is our Drew Stanton.
Yeah.
He's not a great quarterback, but he can get us in through a tight spot. And Bradford is like our Ryan Lindley. He's Ryan Lindley if Ryan Lindley were 30 and didn't look like he belonged in an ABC store. And but yeah, going back to Rosen, it's like that he threw a pick that didn't count because I get what was it, like a offsides or holding or what was it? I think it was an offsides.
Yeah.
And after that though, McCoy on a 3rd and 2, this is pivotal like game time moment. This is almost like the end of the game.
Yeah.
Less than a minute left, or less than 2 minutes left. Hands it off to run. Johnson isn't in the backfield. Johnson is on the sideline. Chase fucking Edmonds runs a stretch on a 3rd and 2. And it's like we everybody's gotten on, McCoy for running inside all the fucking time, never running into the outside. When you don't run to the outside? On a 3rd and 2 with less than 2 minutes left.
With a backup running back.
It's like, is he trying to get fired? Is he trying to get like severance pay early? Like, what the fuck is he trying to do?
I know, like the play, they ran it to the weak side. I mean, what the fuck? Like the right side's where all the blockers were. They ran it to the other side where there was less blockers, and then there was more defenders on that side too. I was like, what the hell are they doing?
And don't get me wrong, like Chase Edmonds is a serviceable backup, but that's just it. He's serviceable.
Yeah.
He's not the guy you want in on a 3rd down to a 3rd and 2 at the end of the game. You want David motherfucking Johnson on the field. And the explanation that Wilkes had like for DJ being out was the stupidest fucking thing. They were getting on him because he didn't pick up a blitz.
Yeah.
This is like, it's like, leave that for the film room. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, leave it for the film room, or if like, make sure you get a chance to like say that later. You don't take out your star running back on a 3rd and 2 with less than 2 minutes left. I hate this team. Oh, fucking hell. But like, we lost 3 yards in that play, and Rosen threw an actual pick on 4th and 5. Defense made a good stop, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's Rosen time. But it's like after that Edmonds play, it's like after all of that, we lost all 3 of our timeouts. We basically had to put all our hope into like Rosen Hail Marying it down the field, and the pocket fucking collapsed around.
Yeah,
there was nothing, and it's frustrating seeing that, man. Like I praised the O-line like over the past 2 weeks because I didn't really know what else to praise. It's like there's nothing you can really praise about this team at this point without making it sound like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that ended the game. Bears fans fucking, I don't know. Bears fans rubbed it in on Twitter, and it's like, dude, you're the Bears.
We basically handled the game too. Like, come on, like.
Speaking of
We
Bears,
should have won
like,
that game.
it's the funniest thing to see. Like people get on like like say Yankees fans and like like not Yankees fans, like Cowboys fans for like touting rings they won in the '90s, but at least they won those like 20 years ago. Like Bears fans are counting on that one ring in '85, even to this day, and it's like that was a good team, but that was I mean that's that's 33 years ago. You can't keep saying that that's the best team ever. It's like no, it's not. Also, every Bears fan, without fail, wears a Brian Urlacher jersey. You will never see a Bears fan that does not wear one, ever. It was the funniest thing, like seeing Fox pan over to him with like Bears fans surrounding him, and none of them are trying to talk to him.
I know he was just there chilling in the stands, like if he was a fan.
it's funny,
Yeah.
But screw Bears fans. I've never met a tolerable Bears fan. I guess we should probably talk about the stat line. Larry had a criminal amount of targets. He only had two targets. Now, mind you, he caught both of those for 9 yards, but like, fuck, man, you can't just leave Larry there to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you've got one of the best receivers in the league who can catch any ball you throw to him. He has had more bad quarterbacks and mediocre quarterbacks than good ones. I don't care who you are. If you throw it like 10 feet over his head, he's gonna catch the ball, dude. He's got hops. I mean, but just underusing him. I don't fuck off, Mike McCoy. I mean, I don't care how many fucking, conservative ass, 3-yard, 4-yard plays you run. Fit Larry into there somewhere, and he can get you he can make a 3 or 4 yard catch into a 10-yard catch.
Yeah.
Or DJ, like he had 12 carries, 12, just 12. Like who does Mike McCoy think he is? Only giving his best fucking back 12 carries, the best back on this team. Like, arguably the best back in the league.
Yeah.
He only gets 12 carries. He got 31 yards off of that.
Do you have the stats of Edmonds' carries?
Give me a sec. I'll check. Time between this. Roto World. Oh, wait. Yeah. He got, against the Redskins, he had 4 carries for 24 yards, averaging 6 yards per carry.
Against the Bears, how many carries he got?
And it's like, fuck, man. I mean, you can't take your best. I know I'm going back to this, but you can't take your best back out of the game just because he misses one block.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, what's the reason we're paying him all this money for?
I mean, it's like if you did that, you'd have to take out every other lineman.
Yeah, bro, be like putting in third string linemen because the starters can't block for shit.
It's like I'm seeing Eric Flowers times 5 on this team.
Yeah.
And it's just like absolute. It's like sometimes they're good, but other times they're just absolute scrubs who do not belong on a football field.
Yeah.
He had 4 receptions, 30 yards. There was one reception I saw. It was just absolutely beautiful. He Bradford's conservative ass. He throws like one of the this ugly ass. I guess it's like a screen looking thing. He's like 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage because Bradford sucks ass. And there are 3 defenders, like just right in front of him. He does like a shuffle step or whatever it's called, or I don't know what it's called. What's that? What am I thinking of?
Like a juke or
not a juke, but I don't know. He does like this move that makes him hesitate and whatever. He gets he turns what would have been maybe like a 1 or 2 yard carry into a a 10 or 11-yard carry, and it's just absolutely crazy because it's like he had no breathing room there, none whatsoever. He should not have gotten more than like 2 or 3 yards, but he did because he's David motherfucking Johnson. He is that good.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely insane to see him underutilized in this scheme because he is a great receiving back. And it's like when he said he was gonna try for 1,000 or whatever, I honest to God believed him because he's David Johnson. He is that good.
Yeah. Now
And
it
it's just
seems impossible.
it's not impossible though.
Well, now it does though. With McCoy calling the plays.
Yeah, McCoy is just fucking hell, man. He does not belong there, man. Oh my god. It's just he that one play. I know this is really stupid, but that one play gave me hope because it's like it was just absolutely beautiful. If I could if I had the footage of it, I'd like play it right now. I don't know, but we should but like he is tied for 33rd in rushing at this point in the season, right?
Yeah.
That means like most other teams have better running backs than him, despite most other teams having worse backs than him. Yeah. 3 quarterbacks, 3 have higher rushing yards, have more rushing yards than David Johnson. I can't name them off the top of my head, but like the fact that there are so many,
yeah,
it is just fucking hell, man. It's inexcusable.
Yeah.
Chandler, he did pretty well. I mean, he had a sack. He's been good at tipping the ball this season. He's gotten 2 sacks so far. I feel like if he were at his old position, he'd probably be doing better, but like he's doing fine where he's at. Dichi forced a fumble. He's been doing better recently. Like I gave him a lot of shit, but like he's actually doing sort of solid now. Trey Boston had a pick and an almost pick. Trey Boston looked pretty solid. Bradford was Bradford. You know what you're getting with Sam Bradford at this point. Like he should not be on the football team. The fact that he's conned teams out of a combined $126 million. Like fuck, man. If I could like go on a football field and pretend to be good at football for $126 million for my career, I'd do it. Like fuck yeah. Like what do teams see in him that makes them think, oh, this is the guy I want leading my franchise? Because it's like several teams have done this at this point. Like the Rams, it's excusable because it's like, oh, he's a Heisman candidate. He's like a really solid college player. Let's just sign him. Eagles, I guess they saw like potential in him because he's like no quarterback, not named Steve McNair did well under Jeff Fisher. None. Not one. And Steve McNair, I think not Steve McNair. Jeff Fisher, I think he ruined Vince Young. I think Vince Young was a solid quarterback, but Jeff Fisher fucked him over. But yeah, it's like he fucked over the Rams, he fucked over the Eagles, but like he wasn't really there long enough for it to be an issue.
Hopefully we could trade him because that's like what the Eagles did. Because when they got Wentz, as soon as they named Wentz the starter, they traded him.
Yeah, I hope we can find a way to trade him to the Niners because it's like I think the Niners need a quarterback. Like have they picked up a quarterback yet? I think they were saying they were going to bring in Tom Savage or whatever.
Yeah, they were like working him out, but I think they're going to just promote him from their practice squad.
Yeah, I've heard nothing about it. Like, is Beathard really gonna be their starting quarterback? Oh Jesus, there's nothing saying he won't be. Oh my god. Some people are saying like the Niners could get Tyrod. I could see that happening. But it's like at that point, like, why not just go for Cap?
Might as well bring him back, huh?
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Like people are always like, "Oh, Cap is a system quarterback or whatever," and it's like, no, he's not. Like the people they're bringing in are don't belong in any system.
For
I mean, they're not fit for their system. Like Kellen Clemens does not belong in the Niners.
real.
Like you can't tell me with a straight face that Kellen Clemens would be a better starter on the Niners than Colin Kaepernick. That sorry, what TJ Savage? That Derek Savage, Derek Tom Savage would be a better quarterback for the Niners than Kaepernick. I said Derek Savage. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
obviously Kaepernick, come on, he's the only reason he's not in the league right now is because of the anthem. But I mean, we're not gonna get into that.
I mean, all right. If you say so. If you say so. But yeah. Josh Rosen looked really solid. As I said, he went 4 for 7, 36 yards, one INT. But I think that's not indicative of his performance because he actually did pretty solid.
Yeah.
He definitely had poise, which is more than I could say of Sam Bradford. I mean, Sam Bradford. I mean, he looked good at first, but then it just faded, and none of that was there anymore. Christian Kirk did really well, just like despite everything that happened. He got 7 receptions and 90 yards.
That's
And
nice.
and it's like that also means that Christian Kirk had both more targets and more yards than Larry Fitzgerald, which is like what the fuck.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a double-edged sword there. So that's fun. Rosen got named the starter. I feel really happy about that. I feel like Seattle's defense this year. Like I say this, and I'm starting them on my fantasy team. Wish me luck. Uh, uh, I don't think their defense is very solid. I feel like the only reason they're not 0-3 right now is because the Bears suck ass, like secretly. Because the Bears have beaten the Seahawks and us. They have no right to be bragging. The Seahawks
The Cowboys.
have only beaten the Cowboys. And it's like the Cowboys are a really shitty team. Like you can't defend the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I've been saying this for weeks now. I think we have an honest to God shot against the Seahawks because it's like
Yeah.
even in years we're not good, we still beat the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks are, we're basically to the Seahawks what the Rams are to us.
Yeah.
Or like we're massive pains in their asses. We'll never not be that. Like haven't we blown like 2 of their playoff chances?
Yeah.
Or some crazy shit like that. And it's just, I think I feel really confident about this. Like last year, let's say, last year we played the Seahawks. Like we beat them. We beat them at CenturyLink mainly because Blair Walsh is a shitty kicker, but like we also put up a good fight against them and at our house. Like it wasn't a pretty game by any stretch of the means, but like
Well, we were in the game.
stretch of the word, but like we still held in pretty strong.
Yeah.
Of course, I say that, and we had an entirely different coaching staff, so there's a good chance we could just absolutely be demolished. But let's just not think about that. Now, what else? Bené Benwikri and Jamar Taylor will be battling out for the starting corner position. Or wait, no, the cornerback number 2.
Yeah.
And Steve Wilkes is going to be announcing who it is at the end of the week.
I say give it to Bené because I mean
Bené looks solid.
Taylor sucks.
Like Taylor's oh god. I'm glad we didn't give up much for him, but like what did we see in him? You know? He's like an ex-boyfriend that you date for like a few weeks, but you still regret dating him for even that long. Like, oh God, what? How fucked was I when I thought of that? Like, ugh. Our backup quarterback situation. I mean, I know it. You know it. Glennon's our backup. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I don't care. If he can throw a ball or not. If he can throw a ball more than 10 yards, he's already 10 times better than Bradford. A Bears defense that wasn't ready for the Cardinals, that wasn't really ready for us to not suck. And I think he blew it out of the water first quarter, and I think he got. I don't want to say he got cocky because it's Sam Bradford. I don't think he gets cocky, but I think he just got too comfortable playing the Bears defense, and that's not something you do against the Bears. You don't get comfortable playing the Bears because like the last time we got comfortable playing the Bears was in 2006, and we all know how that turned out. But like because of this game, because we suck so much ass, we are now 0-3, which is the first. This is the first time since what was it? Let's see. Hold up. Give me a second.
I think 2005.
2005. 2005. Yeah. The first time since 2005 we started out 0-3. And that year we faced off against the New York Giants, St. Louis Rams, and the Super Bowl champs of that year. At least I think they were the Seattle Seahawks, and none of those were good teams that year. That's the funniest part. Like the New York Giants. Wait. Oh shit! No, the Giants were good. What am I saying? Oh no. That's crazy. Okay. The Giants were good that year. The Rams were meh that year. And the Seahawks that year, of course, they went to a Super Bowl. So it's like that was understandable. Like we basically have the same situation this year. Like I don't think the Redskins are going to be astounding. Like they look very much hot and cold.
Yeah.
I think not the Rams. Did I say the Rams or the Redskins? The Redskins look hot and cold.
Yeah.
The Rams look like they're going to a Super Bowl. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it. Like I don't think it'll be the Patriots this year because the Patriots actually look horrible this year. Like they don't look like they belong on a football field. Their defense is one of the worst I've ever seen. And I've seen bad defenses. We've watched one for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But like theirs in particular is just egregious. We're playing the Seahawks this week. I think Russell Wilson. The backs for Seattle aren't very good. Like Chris Carson is a mediocre back, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
And he's. I think he's basically Ellington without the magic to him. You know.
Yeah.
I think he's lucky to even be on a football field. And the fact they felt the need to replace him a year or so later, with a guy from San Diego State, mind you, is particularly egregious because it's like, San Diego State, really? Nobody good has ever come from San Diego State. You know who else came from San Diego State?
Lindley.
Ryan motherfucking Lindley, man.
The worst quarterback in the Arizona Cardinal history.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like he was the worst.
I feel like we've definitely had worse than him, but he's definitely the worst quarterback of ours to start in a playoff game.
Oh, hell yeah. We should have just started Logan Thomas in that one.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get why we don't do that. We didn't do that. Yeah. So, the Seahawks defense is I don't want to say they're solid, but they still look kind of decent.
Yeah, they're decent.
They're not world beaters, but they can still get the job done. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be an ugly game probably. A lot of defense. Low scoring.
I mean, it's like I don't see this game being a sellout. Like, I know it's the Seahawks, and it's like, oh, it's their first divisional rival game. Da, 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 da. I don't feel like there's going to be any enthusiasm,
Yeah.
like, for this game.
Well, I think maybe because it's Rosen's
Yeah,
first
I
start,
think that
so I think that'll be like the main selling point.
I think I heard theories that like Bidwell might have. No, never mind. I was gonna say that Bidwell was like tempting to Wilkes to put in
Rosen.
Rosen at the end, but like, no, that's horseshit. Like, if you look at Bradford, he wasn't gonna get that game done. Bradford throws a 3-yard pass on a Hail Mary attempt somehow. I mean, I'm sort of glad that Bradford stepped out as the Cardinals quarterback. Like, I'm still amazed that what I thought would happen did not happen. I'm amazed that he didn't die.
Yeah.
If Bradford was in the pocket on that last play and Khalil Mack was circling around him, I think he would have died right there in that field. Like, I think he'd like lay there on the field for an impossible amount of time. Like, fuck, man. But yeah, I have hope. I do believe that we could win this week, but that all depends on Rosen playing well.
Yeah.
He has to like go all out. Like, if he can somehow make Micah McCoy look like a goddamn genius,
Yeah.
he is the best quarterback in Cardinals history. Like, he is like our Tom Brady if he can do that. And that's frankly what we need. We just need Rosen to step up and be the best quarterback he can be.
Yeah.
And if not, let's start tanking.
Yeah,
Like,
might as well.
yeah. I mean,
We're not gonna
who's gonna get in our way? The Raiders? We're gonna lose to the Raiders. We're gonna lose. Like, the Texans? No, the Texans are gonna win one game. They're playing. They've got Tennessee in their division. Tennessee sucks ass. I have the belief that we're gonna have a shitty ass season. And I am here for it, man. If we go 0-16, I'm joining that parade. Lord. But anyway, I think that about does it. I think we should wrap this up. This has been the Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will, and that's Johnny, and we are signing out. Have a good night, everybody.